Hi, treetop friends. Now, you might remember that a little while ago, I was measuring my finger knitting, and I was using two different units. I used blocks to measure the length of my finger knitting, and I used books to measure the length of my finger knitting. Well, this time, my family and I are working on putting together this easel. You can see part of it here that's already assembled. We have so many different pieces of wood that have to be put together, and we have to find the one that is the same exact length as this one to go on the other side of this container. So I was thinking, I could measure it in blocks, like I had measured the finger knitting. And here's the block I used. Let's see. We need another piece of wood that is let me get my marker. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. 4.5 blocks long. Okay, well, that seems like a great way to tell my family what length wood we need to find, but here's the problem. In my home, we also have blocks that look like this. So if I say that I need a length of wood that's 4.5 blocks, they might be thinking about 4.5 of these, which would be much too long. Maybe I could try measuring it in books instead. Let's see. I'll measure it in the unit of books. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wow. 4, looks like a little bit less than half, but I could round it to a half. 4.5 books. All right, so I could tell my family that I am looking for a length of wood that is 4.5 books long. Uh-oh. Wait a second. What if they think I'm talking about a book like this? Oh, that could get very confusing. Well, we're in luck because people have had this problem before. So they've created units of measurement that always mean the same thing, no matter where you are or what you're doing. Here's an example. This is the measuring tape that I use when I'm sewing to measure cloth, to measure yarn, embroidery thread, and it measures things in inches. 1, 2, 3. It could measure how long something is, how tall it is, how wide. I can even measure how far around. So if I use this to measure the length of my wood, and I tell that length to the people in my family, it can only mean one thing. It's totally standard. Let's see. I have to take the 0 end of my ruler, match it right up to the end of whatever I'm measuring, and then, let's see, lay it flat and parallel next to what I'm measuring. Wow. It's more than 12 inches. It's more than a foot long. It's more than 16. It's more than 17, 18, 19, 20. It's more than 24 inches. That's 2 feet. 25, 26, 27. Oh, it's not yet up to the 28. Somewhere in between 27 and 28. It's pretty close to that big line that cuts this inch right in half. I'm going to call this about 27.5 inches. That they'll understand.